the brand new Apple Vision Pro with an M5 chip and Google's competitor Samsung XR, aka Project Moohan, are both being revealed. I know I mainly talk about AI glasses on this channel, but specifically the Samsung XR headset is doing things very similar to AI glasses like these Ray-Ban Metas, and you're definitely going to want to see it. But first, if you appreciate me bringing you all the breaking news in the smart glasses industry where all of these AI wearables are going to combine together, make sure you stay subscribed because you are not going to find this information anywhere else as timely as it is here in video format. Let's breeze over the similarities really fast here. So both of these new headsets are going to have hand tracking and eye tracking, but the Samsung XRs are going to make really good use of voice tracking, specifically to use Gemini. So you'll still get to throw your screens around everywhere, scroll up and down and select things with your eyes, but at any point you can ask Gemini to do different things for you, whether to brainstorm an idea or ask about some sort of scenario, or look and ask questions about what you're seeing, because remember, these have a camera in them. So I can ask what sort of recipes to make with the food in my fridge. I could even ask what's in front of me with Gemini, which is pretty crazy. But in addition, Gemini will also do things for you, kind of like ChatGPT's new agent mode. One example of this is being able to reorganize all of the different screens you have floating around just by asking Gemini to do it for you. You can also ask it to go into the Google Maps application and find specific locations for you in the world just by asking. And another really crazy feature is you can literally circle different objects in your environment and have it take you to where you can buy that thing. It's like Google image search on steroids. This is obviously a huge step up from the Apple Vision Pro, which has no AI anywhere to be heard of, and honestly makes the headset a lot more compelling, especially with the lower price point. But another huge thing that you're gonna wanna consider is the ecosystem. So if you have the Samsung XR headsets, if you pre-order them, which by the way, they're available for pre-order right now, you get $100 off if you use the link in the description, but they don't actually tell you what the full retail price is, although estimates are putting it around the $2,000 price point. Sounds like a lot, but it's significantly cheaper than the $3,500 price point of the Apple Vision Pros, and likely this revamp as well. So if you have an Android phone, obviously Samsung XR is going to make a lot more sense. If you have an Apple, probably the Vision Pro is going to make a lot more sense for you, especially if you have a Mac to go along with that. This also brings up another pretty big disparity here. With the Samsung XRs, you'll get the Play Store and all the apps you can use with that. With the Vision Pro, you'll get the App Store and all apps that you can use with that. Sounds like it's pretty equal footing here. Except the Samsung XR headset is most likely going to ship with 2 gaming controllers. So you can actually use the Samsung XR headset as a gaming system, which you can't really do with the Vision Pro at all, since it's more of a productivity tool. On the other side of that, it is obviously way easier to use Mac Virtual Display, arguably the best feature on the Vision Pro, to re-render your Mac screen from your laptop or computer and make it as big as you want. You can even use the split screen app to have 2 of those. On top of that, you also get all of the updates the Vision Pro has launched, like being able to pin different widgets in your environment and upgraded visual sort of avatars for FaceTime calls. But let's reel it back into the differences between the apps here. There is no YouTube app or Netflix app in the Vision Pro. Obviously, Google owns YouTube. Netflix is just, they don't want to do it. So the main workaround is just going to Safari and then going to those websites individually. However, that no longer works with Netflix. As of September of this year, if you try to go to the Netflix website on Safari, it redirects you to download an app which is incompatible with the Vision Pro. So now you have to actually use a separate service called Supercut, which is a viable workaround, but it actually costs you extra money. So the app ecosystem, as far as third-party apps, is not the best on the Vision Pro. With the Samsung XR headset, however, even just from the screenshots of this, you can already see YouTube and Netflix as apps on the home screen. So it doesn't even just become Android versus iPhone in this case, because a lot of third-party apps that you can use on your iPhone, you actually can't use on the Vision Pro. And it's more expensive. Now, MKBHD did test the Project Moohan headset and said that though the display quality and pass-through was really, really good, Apple still definitely tops it here. So for like ultra clear crystal pass-through quality, meaning you can see the world through the camera as if it's the real world, almost no delay, Vision Pro definitely still a winner on that front. So you get all the native apps that you know and love from your iPhone on this Vision Pro. iMessages, where you can send and receive directly from the Vision Pro. You can copy text from your iPhone and paste it while in your Vision Pro. FaceTime people with your virtual avatars, which are getting more and more realistic. And in my opinion, one of the most underrated things is you get access to your photos. So if you have iCloud like I do and you have tens of thousands of photos, you can go back way in the past. You can grab one of those 2D photos and make it 3D. You don't have to have taken it with the 3D cameras in the Vision Pro. You can literally transform them and kind of live in that memory and even show your friends. Here's some demos of that. It looks absolutely insane and is definitely one of the talked about and underrated features. Overall, just the hardware of the Vision Pro seems just better. The display quality, the pass-through, we already know the hand and eye tracking is just absolutely phenomenal. And to top that all off, this new version is most likely going to get the M5 chip, Apple's brand new chip. So the hardware in this thing is just going to be absolutely freaking insane. So if that's what you're going for, that is definitely the top quality in that area. But there are some advantages to not having the best of the best quality because the price is going to be noticeably cheaper. You even get $100 off. The head strap on these Samsung XRs is also a lot more thoughtfully designed, and it's a lot like the Quest Pro. This is the Quest 2 with a Pro head strap that I got third party, and this head strap is just substantially better. A lot of people complained about the Vision Pro's head strap, but that's actually getting improved as well. That is one of the other confirmed improvements from all the leaks of the new Apple Vision Pro. So the head straps will be really good on both of them, which is really nice. Another really cool thing about the Samsung XR headset is that with the windows that you can move around freely, you can also adjust the aspect ratio basically to whatever you want. So they don't have to be a horizontal landscape shape. You can make them vertical or just mess around with them to your heart's content. MKBHD also tried to break a bunch of Play Store apps by messing with the aspect ratio, and he wasn't able to break any of that. So that's really, really cool. Really, really flexible with the customization there if you're gonna have a bunch of windows and you want them to be different shapes depending on what exact app you're using. So that's the Samsung XR. Again, that link is in the description. It should be 5 days. They actually have a countdown on their website until the official reveal, but you have to pre-order it before that countdown ends if you want to get $100 off of whatever the launch price is. Again, likely around $2,000. So what about the brand new Apple Vision Pro? What are the improvements? What do we have to look forward to? Obviously, the original Apple Vision Pro is already absolutely insane. The main reason most people don't have them is because it's insanely expensive, not super accessible. So by far the biggest improvement hardware-wise here is going to be the new M5 chip. The Apple Vision Pro, I believe, has the M2 chip, the original one. Big leap, 3 generations here of chips. It's going to be crazy, and it already was crazy. So you can expect some really wild software things to come along with that new advanced hardware. I'm hoping one of those is going to be the ability to have more than one giant Mac screen when you cast from your Mac to the Vision Pro. That would be really nice, but you do have that split screen app to do too if you want to. Secondly, you're going to have the upgraded head strap. The head strap in the original Apple Vision Pro looks really cool, but the weight does tend to go on the bottom of your eyes a bit too much because there's no vertical strap. You can fix that by getting a third-party solution, but it's a little annoying that it wasn't perfect to begin with. This new Apple Vision Pro with the M5 chip is going to have a better head strap, so that is going to be a really nice thing to look forward to. Other than that, this new Vision Pro is going to have all of the amazing things that the original Vision Pro already had. Yes, it'll be good for consuming content, but I truly believe the best use case of using the Vision Pro is going to be for productivity. That's the reason I even use a Mac laptop over a Windows. It's just so much easier to be productive, so much more streamlined. You just get more work done with Apple. So for a productivity station, I think with this new M5 chip, it's going to be insane, especially if you have a Mac. And let's be honest, it just looks cooler than Project Moohan, which looks to be heavily inspired by the Vision Pro anyways. To top that all off, we already have the first generation model. This is just some upgraded hardware, so we already know the hand tracking, eye tracking, and everything about the visual immersive experience is absolutely mind-blowing on the Vision Pro. You know you're getting the best of the best hardware and just immersion with this altogether. Big cons here being there's no YouTube app and there's no Netflix app. But I would say in general, if you're in a content consumption stage of life, whether that's watching movies on streaming services or watching YouTube a lot, gaming, again, because it's going to come with those controllers, or if you have an Android phone or don't have a Mac at all, the Samsung XR headset is just a no-brainer. It's going to be cheaper, it's going to fit better into that ecosystem, and it's just generally better for all forms of consumption, from gaming to entertainment. And that AI is really game-changing, especially being able to circle things to search for them and shop for them. Really cool. And being able to just have Gemini at your fingertips at any moment, incredible. But if you want to get a lot of work done, I got to give it to the Vision Pro with this new chip. That is also going to be revealed at some point this week. Mac Rumors, Bloomberg, and multiple other sources have confirmed this. We have the new MacBook 14-inch with the M5 chip that was revealed today while I'm filming this. We have the new iPad Pro, and the third product is going to be that new Apple Vision Pro. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about all of this? Do you think because the Vision Pro has been around longer that they have a huge edge here? Or do you think Samsung XR is going to blow them out of the water, even though the hardware and specs technically aren't as good? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Are you going to get either of these? Are you even at all interested? Should I get both of them to test for this channel? Let me know all your questions. I'm pretty excited for these two products, honestly, and it'll be really cool 5 years from now when these headsets combine with the glasses like these Ray-Ban Metas and we just get a better and better form factor. I think it's going to be crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.